Hi guys, let's just pick up right where we left off to finish off problem 5 and 6 to confirm that you guys got the right answer. So we're going to distribute and get 6y plus 6 minus 6y equals 6. Well, I see that I have a positive 6y and a negative 6y, so they'll cancel. And we get 6 equals 6. Well, this is one of those where we have a true statement. 6 is equal to 6. So a true statement is infinitely many solutions. So we don't have an x and a y for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up 6. We're going to distribute that negative 3, so we're watching our signs. So we get negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 7 gives me a positive 21 equals 24. Again, we see that those 6 and the 6 cancel, so we get 21 equals 24. This is a false statement. 21 does not equal 24, so this is no solution. Oops, solution. All right, so these two were a little bit different. Campus Rentals rents 2 and 3 bedroom apartments for $700 and $900 per month, respectively. Respectively means that the 700 goes with the 2 bedroom and the 900 goes with the 3 bedroom. Last month they had 6 vacant apartments and reported $4,600 in lost rent. How many bedrooms, 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom apartments were vacant? So let's just choose that our x is going to represent our 2 bedroom apartments and our y is going to represent our 3 bedroom apartments. Okay, so let's deal with the money first. It is $700 for every 2 bedroom apartment and $900 for every 3 bedroom apartment. And that was equal to the $4,600 that we lost. And there are 6 apartments that were open. So we have our number of 1 bedroom plus our number of, 2 bedrooms and our number of 3 bedrooms. So let's convert our second equation here into an x equals or a y equals. Doesn't matter which. I'm just going to solve for x. So I subtract my y. I have x equals 6 minus y. Now this is set up for substitution. So I'm going to substitute in for my x 6 minus y. So we have 700 times, now instead of x, we have 6 minus y plus 900y equals $4,600. Go ahead and distribute. So we get $4,200 minus 700y plus 900y equals $4,600. Our terms here, oops, that's a 900, not 90, turn into a 200y. We're going to subtract the 4,200 and subtract the 4,200, and we're left with 400. So if we divide both sides by 200, our y is 2. So there are 2 3-bedroom apartments that were left open. Now to find how many 2 bedrooms, we're going to plug it in for y. So x equals 6 minus 2. So x is 4. There were 4 2-bedroom apartments left open, and there were 2 3-bedroom apartments left open. Moving on to the next one, this says the larger of 2 numbers is 8 more than 4 times the smaller. If the larger is increased by 4 times the smaller, the result is 40. Find the numbers. Whoa, lots of words, not really a situation. Let's call x our larger number and y our smaller number. All right, the larger number of the 2 numbers is, that word is tells us equals. So x is our larger number, is 8 more than 4 times the smaller. All right, more than tells me I'm going to add the 8, but it's going to be at the end. 4 times the smaller says I'm going to take 4 times y. If the larger is increased by 4 times the smaller, the result is 40. So our result is 40. So we're going to take our larger. We see the word increased by, that tells us plus 4 times. Again, we see 4 times, so 4y. We see that we have x is equal to 4x plus 8, so we're going to substitute that in for x. So 4y plus 8, now we're going to continue this equation, plus 4y equals 40. These are on the same side, so we're going to combine them into 8y plus 8 and set that equal to 40. Subtract both sides by 8, and we get 32. So our y ends up equaling 4. I want you to plug 4 back in up here to find our x. Okay, so you're plugging that back in, and you're going to find the y, or find the x. All right, moving on to the next problem. Our next problem talks about a trip. State Fair is a popular field trip destination. This year, the senior class at Apple Valley High School and the senior class at Eastview High School both planned trips there. The senior class at Apple Valley High School rented and filled 8 vans and 8 buses with 240 students. Eastview High School rented and filled 4 vans and 1 bus with 54 students. Every van had the same number of students as it did in the buses. Oh, as did the buses, not in the buses, sorry. Find the numbers of students in each van and bus. So let's call X our vans and Y our bus. All right, so let's find our situation for Apple Valley High School. They had 8 vans and they had 8 buses. So what this is saying is 8 times the number of people in a van plus 8 times the number of people in a bus is equal to 240. Now we're going to set up for Eastview. Eastview had 4 vans and 1 bus, and they had 54 students total. Neither of these is set up nicely, so it's an x equals or a y equals, but I see in my second equation that I have a 1y, so that's going to help me. If I subtract 4x to both sides, now I have y equals 54 minus 4x. All right, now I have a y equals. So I can plug this in for my y, and that's going to get me a new equation of 8x plus 8 times, instead of y, we have 54 minus 4x equals to your 240. Big mistake that I see students do is they forget to finish out writing that equation. So I want you to finish solving for both x and for y with this problem. All right, last problem. Brenda's school is selling tickets to the spring musical. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 3 senior citizen tickets and 9 children's tickets for a total of $75. The school took in $67 on the second day by selling 8 senior citizen tickets and 5 child. What's the price of each one of the senior citizen tickets? Okay, well, I want you to write our equations for this using X as the senior citizen and Y as the child. You don't need to go ahead and solve this. We'll actually talk about this on Thursday when I come back. We'll see you guys then. Don't forget to take your Schoology